Good morning, everybody. Welcome to my first YouTube video. We're going to have some fun. I'm going to go over the Word of God with you a little bit, and I want to tell you that God has given an invitation for you and for me to come into His presence. Let's look at Hebrews chapter 4 and verse 14. And it starts out like this. It says, seeing then, we're going to read 3 verses all together. It says, seeing then that we have a great high priest that is passed into the heavens, Jesus, the Son of God, let us hold fast to our profession. For we have not a high priest which cannot be touched with the feelings of our infirmities, but was in all points tempted like as we are, yet without sin. Let us therefore come boldly to the throne of grace, that we may obtain mercy and find grace to help in a time of need. Now that is one of the invitations that God gives to us. So let's go into it a little bit and let's see what he's saying here. Now I started at verse 14 and 15 because they're really a setup for verse 16. Bear in mind that everything we do here is based on our relationship with Jesus. He is the Son of God. We are also sons and daughters of God, but He's the big brother, we're the little brother and little sister, okay? And He's the one who lived a perfect life in front of God, so our not so perfect lives would not be held against us. In the light of that, we have an invitation from God the Father, the most powerful and loving person who has ever existed. Some of us would be all excited if we knew, the president or senator or congressman or governor, and would always want to be in their inner circle. But I got to tell you something. To God, those guys are all a dime a dozen. He's the one that created every one of us. And so He allows us to come into His presence. I mean, just think about that for a minute. That's pretty cool, And He says He'll receive us. Now, and He gives us other things He's going to do too here. So let's see how we'll break it down a little bit and see what He says. He says, first off, let us come boldly to the throne of grace. Okay, now, in the original Greek, which is what this was written in, the word boldly is the word parousia. Yeah, parousia. Sounds good. And I got that out of the concordance. I'm not a Greek scholar, but I do have a concordance. And I know how to use it. It says, now what that word means is this. It means all outspokenness, frankness, and bluntness. By implication, assurance, confidence, freely and openly. So our attitude when we go into God's presence should be one of frankness, honesty. Don't try and hide something from Him because you can't do it. It's a waste of time. You might as well be honest, but have assurance that when we come into His presence, He's not going to just wipe us off the face of the earth. He loves us. And He's going to show us compassion. He's going to show us His mercy. So the second thing it says is we're going to, that we may obtain mercy and find grace to help in a time of need. So the word mercy, okay, that word is the Greek word eleos. And here's what it means. It means compassion and tender mercies. When we're born and raised in this world, God sees it. He knows what we go through. And we're born into a world where there's a lot of weird stuff going on. And that, when you come up, you're used to that kind of stuff. It does something in here, in your heart. It messes you up. So He has compassion on us because He sees what's happened to us. That's a part of it. It's also because He is love. Okay? And so that's your compassion, your tender mercies. He's gonna, it's like when you go into His presence, frankly, honestly, boldly, He just gives you a hug, say, welcome. Welcome, son. Welcome, daughter. Welcome to my presence. Okay, now here's what it says. He says that we may obtain mercy, we went over that, and find grace to help in a time of need. That word grace is the word charis. And what it means is it means divine influence and its reflection in your life. Okay, so here's how it works. We spend time when we go into his presence. He welcomes us. We go boldly, we go honestly. He welcomes us. And then he gives us his wisdom on what to do about whatever situation we need help with. Now, we leave his presence and go out into the world and do what he showed us to do. And that's the reflection in our life. And we come out on top. Isn't that great? God is so great. I mean, how great and loving is our God? Oh man, he loves us so much. Think about that. Okay? That's really pretty much all of what I have to share with you today, but I want to give you a blessing upon departing. May God bless you and keep you. May he make his face to shine upon you and be gracious to you. And may he give you his peace. God bless you all. We'll see you next time. Bye.